Howdy, folks. It's Blue Lives Matter down here at Municipal Courthouse. I'm going to turn that around. There's a gentleman walking down that way towards the Magistrate Center. He was out here with this petition wanting to make marijuana legal, to ban no-knock warrants statewide, to reduce the amount of arrestable offenses, to encourage SAPD to cite and release for lower level crime, etc. All the types of things that everyone's in favor of. But he picked a good place to do that, right out here in front of the courthouse. So now he's walked off. It's probably because it's his lunchtime. But as I walked out of the court, of course, delayed, my failure to ID BS charge. Any prosecutor worth their salt would just look at the damn body camera and go, he's absolutely right. They should never charge him for this, and let it go. But, this is the state of Texas, and they play their games. So originally they said, no, you can't have your arraignment until the 7th of December. Then I came down here today and they said, no, we're going to push that back to the 18th of January. I said, like hell, if you are, you will arraign me today. So in January, I've got to come back down here again. And then after that, again, they are aware that I am going to take it to a jury trial. I don't play these games with them anymore. I could put in a motion to dismiss again, but all that they'll do is sit there, look at it, and not give a damn. So I'm not even wasting with the paperwork on that. Again, issue here with municipal court, it's frustrating. They tie you up here. It's $4 to park every time you come down here. I didn't pay for parking today. I took a walk down here. Kind of bored anyway, so I didn't pay for parking. I just walked down here. Like I said, it was nice to see another activist out here getting signatures on his petition. I told him that I would be posting his card as the thumbnail on this, so after I finish, I'll be putting it up as a thumbnail. Sorry, I'm checking chat right now. See, there's people in here viewing it. No comment so far. No worries. Activists, I support any activist, even if I don't support their message in particular. I support the right to go out and do what they believe they should be doing in a peaceful way. And I will sign a petition even if I don't agree with everything on that petition, as long as it's nothing that I'm not, completely against. For example, if he had put something on there like funding the police extra funds, absolutely I would be offended by that. But this is just what it is. Again, down at the courthouse today, they try to tell me, no, come back next month for your arraignment. Refused to hear that. And after I insisted on my arraignment today, they let me have my arraignment. Then told me, well, you can go talk to the prosecutor about getting that drop, but they're not going to do it. And they're right. The judge knows what goes on. Prosecutor's like, well, we're not going to do anything. Even if we know, until we actually see the body camera. I'm like, that's fine. You guys should have been reviewing this already. That's why, like I said, after so much effort, they waste your time and their time, and then they look at the body camera and go, well, he was right the whole time. Hey, Joe, everything's cool here. Just out at the courthouse. Was doing a quick brief story on a guy who was out here getting some signatures for a petition. Now, he went around the corner. I'm assuming he parked out back by the magistrates, so he didn't have to pay their $4 fee here, which is funny. It happens. But he walked back around this corner He's probably going to his lunch or doing something else. I'm not sure. Either way, um, sorry, checking my messages again. So, the typical thing, like I said, with court, they wear you down. They do. This is a BS non-jailable offense. Technically, it could be jailable, but the way that they filed it, it's a fine-only offense, and they will waste hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars trying to get someone to pay a fine for something stupid, and they'll take it all the way to a jury trial just to prove it, just trying to get someone to drop, to that plea level of stupidity. And I'm like, no, you guys are going to do this, then we're going to go to jury trials every time. Now, this same municipal court dropped the last 4 charges against me after I insisted on jury trials, but they play games. They expect you to go all the way. To that last moment where they're like, maybe we can scare them with, oh, well, you're going to have to pay court costs too. You're going to have to do this. You're going to have to do that. It's like, no, if you're innocent, you're innocent. Don't take a plea deal. Force them to make that decision. Force them to go all the way through with it. I know most of my viewers know that that's what happens, but for those who don't, 70% of people who take plea deals are just doing it to be done. They just don't want to have to deal with the courts anymore. And so, when the courts make it uncomfortable for you, say, oh, you have to be here this day, you have to be here this day, you have to be here this day. Oh, look, here's another one. Municipal court law, credit cards only. So you have to have a credit card to park here. What if someone doesn't have a credit card? They can't park here. So they can't go to court. They got to find somewhere else to park and to come down here. I mean, for me, that's just ridiculous. They don't take cash. They have machines inside that'll also take credit cards, but no cash. Absolutely ridiculous. So, again, just another way to inconvenience the average taxpayer and to drain the citizens' coffers with these road pirate bullshit things that they do. Now, folks, if you're guilty, absolutely take a plea deal. If you know you're guilty and they can prove it, there's no reason to try to go to court. There's nothing that you're going to gain. You're going to get found guilty, then you're going to pay court costs, everything else, and you can weasel your way out into a pretty low fine, or from a higher fine to a low fine, if you're polite and everything with the judge or the prosecutor. But if you're innocent, man, stand up for your rights. Make them fight for it. Yeah, you may get burned in the end, but again, I mean, for me, I'm able to sleep with myself if I say, oh, I'm just going to take a plea on that because, it'll be easier for me. I'm like, you know what? No, because after that, I'm not going to be able to look myself in the eye. I'm always feel like I was victimized. Even right now, I feel victimized. I'm walking. I have to pass by Via. I could catch a bus, but I need to walk. I need the exercise anyway. But I feel victimized because even though Via's lost their criminal cases against me, I still know at any given time, a dirty Via pig will still do the same thing to me. It's like Officer Henderson with SAPD the other day. Kept driving by me when I was parked over there. I gave him the bird, and he's like, why'd you do that, man? We're good. I'm like, I didn't recognize you. But I mean, I see you circling around me. Figure you're going to hassle me for parking over here. Legally parked. Via police were doing it. Figure you're doing the same thing. So, and he's like, no, I didn't even recognize you at first till you flipped me off. And I'm like, well, I ain't gonna lie, I feel like you guys are harassing. You harass people who feed the homeless down here. And he just shook his head. He's like, yeah, I know we do that. But doesn't make it right. So either way, this is the University of Texas downtown campus. I'm going to shut this off in a minute. Like I said, kind of bored, just chilling. Hey, Robert. I'm just leaving the courthouse. There's a guy out there doing a petition. Thought I'd make a short story of it. And right now I'm just doing my typical rambling. Appreciate you guys stopping in. Like I said, nothing exciting going on here other than the ramblings of a guy who's tired of being victimized by his government and the quote-unquote, oh, we're just enforcing laws. I'm like, really? Because I haven't broke any yet. You've arrested me 11 times. Getting pretty darn tired of going to court and proving it time and time again that no law was broken, that the arrest was unjustified, and again, nothing ever happens to the cops. They don't lose a minute of sleep over it. For me, at this point in my life, I can afford to take the time to go down to court. This month alone, I've been to court 6 times. Think about that. Most people couldn't do that. Now, in fairness, 4 of those times was to push the city because they kept saying, oh, we don't have your citation. No, we don't have it yet. We don't have it. And I'm sorry. That's from November until now. It's December now, so I'm thinking in the last month, but don't want to confuse people. When they tell you, oh, your ticket says you must appear in court before the 7th of December, and you show up before that, and they say, no, you can't show up here until the 7th of December. And you say, that's bullshit. Just do my arraignment today. We can't find your case. And you come back, and they say, oh, it's on the 7th of December. Then you show up on the 7th of December, and they say, oh, it's been rescheduled for the 18th of January now. I'm like, no, that's ridiculous. I mean, it really is. So I'll ramble forever, guys. You know me. Sorry, just turning this back around. I'm going to go ahead and close this out. Like I said, the main thing I try to tell people is when you deal with the court system, you will get screwed. One way or another. Usually it's just your time and effort. They'll screw you on technicalities, and they laugh about it. They know the system. That's why it is important to have a good defense attorney if you can afford one. If you can't, just because you're right does not mean that you will be found innocent. Trust me. There are a lot of innocent people sitting in jail who just didn't know how to submit their evidence in the legal way. Look at Travis Hines. Complete BS. But I'm going to close this out, get that guy's card posted up as a thumbnail on this. You guys have a great day.